Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I am so happy you found us. I'm Lisa and this is Creativity and Inspiration. How's everybody doing? It is Monday. I'm going to get this out of the way. I hope everybody had a great weekend. and I hope your Monday is starting off really well. Ours started off with rain, which is a good thing because everything had gotten a little dry. But anyway, I'm excited. Today I am talking about how to use flashcards. And these are presidential flashcards. The most common flashcards are addition, subtraction flashcards. But we're going to talk about how to use these in journals, planners, and just in paper crafts in general. We're also going to incorporate, because it's a card, we're going to incorporate game cards of different games. I have a miniature Pictionary. I have a Trivial Pursuit. Then I have some regular playing cards. I have one from an Uno. And then one from Monopoly Deal. So I have a lot of options here to go over. Also, I pulled out, let me see. My daughter signed me up for HelloFresh, and in my HelloFresh orders, I get these little cards as well. So I thought we could also talk about these too. I mean, if you have expired gift cards, those would count also. So let's just jump into this, because I don't know if you can see this, but this is all the ideas I have for you, and there are quite a few. So let's get into it. Okay, I pulled out my journal that I kind of use as my example journal, so I've got that. Before we get started, I forgot to tell everybody at the beginning, I'm an artist. I've shown across the country, and I just had 3 paintings selected to go into an art gallery show in Kansas City in June. So I am super pumped, because this is the most I've had selected at one time for a show is 3. I've had 2, but never 3. So I just feel like, yay! And it's always a great feeling as an artist when you're juried in. And juried means you submit your artwork, and judges look at it. They pick the ones that they think fits with maybe the theme of the show, or in this case there was not a theme. Just felt like they would be great for the gallery in general. And you get picked, and you get an acceptance letter saying these pieces are invited. Yeah, it's just super exciting. It always makes me so happy, because like I said, when you're an artist, you pour your heart into creating your artwork, just like you do your journals. Or whatever you create, whether it's quilts or, DIYing, flipping, whatever. So when somebody acknowledges it by saying, hey, this is good enough, I want you to be in our show, it's an amazing feeling. So I'm just walking on air today, even if it's Monday. So anyway, I thought I would share with you guys, because I love to share good news. But let's get started, because, like I said, I have a lot of ideas for you. First, I want to talk about where I find my flashcards. Now, there's a couple of things you can do. You can look, if you want inexpensive or free, you can always ask family members, maybe kids that have grown, and, you throw stuff in boxes, you put them up in the attic, and they sit there for years and years. So you can ask family and friends. You could also go to estate sales, thrift stores, garage sales. Now, when I go to those places, I do want to say I look for games or flashcards that maybe aren't complete, or maybe they're a little worn, damaged, because I don't want to take a great set or a good set of a game or, learning tool away from somebody. So always look for the ones that are maybe in really bad shape, not complete, that sort of thing. These actually came from a thrift store, and they were marked incomplete, meaning it was missing some. Now, I'd never seen these before. These were Teach Me the Presidents, and I mean, it goes back a long, long ways. And this is kind of what they look like. So this is, let me back you out a little bit. So this is the flashcards I'm using. Most of the ones, like I said, that we're used to are addition, subtraction, maybe multiplication. Okay, I talked about the HelloFresh cards, playing cards, and the different game cards. Now, how can you use all these? Well, first let's get it out of the way that these can be pockets, tuck spots, belly bands, and tags. Those are the normal. We know they can be this, and that's what we use them for, and that's great. But I want to give you some ideas maybe that you haven't thought about. So the first thing when I see this, I think fold it like this, and I'm folding it like a hot dog. That's what I used to call it when I substitute taught. I fold it like a hot dog, and then I see it as being a great paper tab. And what I would do is I would take my page and attach it like that, and this could start a new section in my journal. How great is that? As you can see, it stands out on the side really well, so I would know, okay, that is the section for my air fryer recipes, just as an example. And they're great for tabs, dividers, that sort of thing, because they're hard. That's when they also make great belly bands, pockets, tags, and all of that. So anyway, so as a long tab on a page, that's a great thing. Another great thing to do with these is maybe put two together and make one like a pocket, like that. Okay, so this is a pocket, but do them like this, and then hook them into your seam, and they could be a page divider, a page all unto themselves. Okay, so we have tabs, page dividers. Another great thing you can do is you can punch holes out of them and make them great little specimen cards. Let's see here. Make them great little specimen cards. You could put all the information over here. They're nice and big for that. Round your edges a little bit, and you'd have an awesome specimen card. Now, when you poke this out, you don't want to waste it, right? So it could obviously decorate a tag and other things, but this could also be a charm. Just poke a little hole in it, get several ones different sizes maybe, and thread them in the middle of a journal or off the spine in our charm, our tassels. Now the flashcards in particular make great mini journals because they're so long and wide. All you do is fold them in half like a hamburger or like a book, and then you have the perfect mini cover for a journal. Now I will be building this for you at the end of the video, so check back there. But they make great mini covers. Now regular playing cards could make great trading cards. Let's say you're creating a spring journal and you have a lot of birds. You could put the bird, information about that bird, and then maybe like springtime in your state, whatever your state is, and make trading cards. It could be for birds, it could be for people, it could be for paper dolls. You know, just use your imaginations, but create personalized trading cards. You can create whole pages of just playing cards or game cards. You hook them together. You can hook them together with fabric or washi tape, and then put the whole page that you make out of these in your journal, and it can flip like a regular page or attach it to the top, and it can be a lift up like a piece of fabric, only it's a bunch of cards attached. One thing I like to do with all of these, because they're coated, they make great ways to wrap washi tape around and it doesn't get stuck, and then have it travel. Put it in a planner or in your travel box or in your purse. If you take our wallet journal with you that we made earlier, you can throw this in there. And then if you're waiting at dance or if you're at a doctor's visit, whatever, you have some washi tape. You can also do ribbon around these. They're great for transporting other items. Now, one thing I like to do with all sizes, and it doesn't matter, it can be the big ones or the small cards, is I like to create waterfalls with them. And a waterfall is simply where you put a card, and you can put it long ways or sideways, doesn't matter. And you layer them, and then you can flip them up. And I'll be showing an example of a waterfall at the end of the video as well. You can make tip-ins. They're great for tip-ins. You just tape them to the edge of a page, then they flip in and out. It's also a great use for them. Now, a way that you might not think of, but that's a good way to use them, is if you need to shore up a spine. Say you have a paper journal, and you don't want to, mess up the outside of your paper cover, but you need to make something stiff for the inside spine. Again, you fold them like we did for the page tab, and that is a great spine right there. It's hidden, but it's a great spine, and where you see it on the back and the front, you can just make it a pocket. So they make great spines that you normally wouldn't see. Or stabilizers to stabilize a journal. And the last thing, because they're all so different and they're all so pretty, you can use these. You can use the words. You can use the colors, like all the colors there. You can use pictures off of them, whatever, like the numbers and the hearts. You can use these to create a collage, because these bits and pieces would really pop, like the numbers and the hearts would really pop off a collage. You can make a whole card. This could be your base for the collage, and you could use parts of other cards to create the top of the collage. And then you have a great collage tag or a collage belly band or a journaling card, whatever you want it to be. You could use these in planners to make different size numbers and just to add interest and texture to things. So don't be afraid to cut them apart and use the bits and pieces as well. So now let's put together our mini journal. I'm going to go ahead and attach our long page divider. And let's make a specimen card just to show you how these will look, because they're so fun to use and they're just a great thing. To do the big page divider, all you do is find the page you want to put it on, and you can sew it on, you can tape it on, whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to tape it real quick. Now, I'm not putting the tape on the edge. I'm putting it kind of halfway in between the fold and the edge, because I don't want it to go all the way to the fold, but I don't want it to be all the way at the edge too. And I think that's a good height right there. And I do one side at a time just to make sure the placement is correct. And I want it in the middle. This is a big middle tab. Okay. Then I'm going to put it in the same spot on the top tab. Fold it over, and there we go. And it's such a nice tab. And of course you can decorate it however you want. I just wanted to give you the example. Now we're going to do our mini journal. And like I said, it's perfect for that. I'm going to get some paper and a couple of things to decorate this with. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I went and pulled some papers for the mini journal, and it's just, I'll do a flip through in a minute. So once you get it all together, all I'm going to do is open up the center, and I'm going to staple it in. You are more than welcome to sew it in, whatever works best for you, as usual. I'm going to staple this all together, so give me just a second. And these make really great mini journals, like I said before, because they're stiff. And they're a good size that you can get. You can get your stapler all the way to the center, which makes it nice too. Okay, so there it is. It's all stapled. Now, to do the outside, simple, I'm going to use some of this paper that I dyed with balsamic vinegar. It looks and feels like leather. It's really crazy, really a neat way to dye papers. And there's a video on it. I'll if I didn't put a card up with another video earlier, I'll put a card up about the balsamic vigor. But you can see it really looks like leather, and it has that feel. So what I'm going to do is cover the front cover with it and then trim it up, and then cover the back with it as well. So let me do that. Okay guys, here's the front cover covered in that paper. The back is just like that, and I'm not going to worry about it. But for the cover, to finish the cover, I'm going to put some of our base paper, some coffee dyed dictionary page, some music paper, and then I'm going to come in with our spring fabric and paper snippet roll we made, and I'm going to use this guy right here on the end, and I'm going to show you how we use them, because a lot of times we make snippet rolls and then we never show ourselves actually using them. So I'm going to actually use one and just kind of give you the idea. And of course you can use glue, tape, whatever you want. I'm using tape for, to be fast, because honestly, if I waited on glue to dry, this would take forever. And I have 2 more videos to film, and I have to go to Lowe's to get some bubble wrap, because my Etsy shop sold a vintage McCoy flower pot, and I have to get it out today. And I was going to go this morning, and of course it came a storm. But I like it when it rains. I'm one of those, it's called COCRAS. It's a weather group, and you record your rainfall, and then you report it on their website. It's really cool. It's really fun. Now that's going to be the cover. That just snipped it off there, and I think it looks really pretty. Again, I'm not going to use glue. I will go back and glue it, but for now, I'm going to use just some double-sided tape. I love using blue jeans for snippet rolls just because they're so, sturdy, and they're kind of unexpected. So here is our mini journal from our flashcard. And you can just, I stapled mine. I did not sew it, but you can do whatever. I just made a little pocket and put some tags in, some tickets in there, so you could see you can have little pockets. I used all different types of paper just to show you that they all work. You could throw this in your purse, a backpack, a briefcase, whatever you wanted to. And there you go. It is the most adorable little mini journal, and it's all from a flashcard. So we've made our large tab for our page. We've done our mini journal. Next, we're going to make a specimen card, because these are perfect for that. Now, what I would suggest, and I'm not going to do it now, but is I would cover the front before you poke the hole out. That way this will already be covered. I'm not going to do it because I use scallop, but you'll get the point. I'm going to flip it over and use this side though. You could put a card here and write out what the specimen is and put your specimen there. And here is our specimen. Right there. We could do this one. This is that frosted paper. Anyway, I'll write it down below in the description and link some. And it has a napkin decoupaged on it. It gives a cool, like, fish tank look to it, which is why I did it. And for Expedia's sake, I'm just going to use some washi tape real quick. I don't want the videos to get too long, because then, you don't want to watch a long video. And I don't blame you. Okay guys, sorry I changed my battery, but that is how you create a specimen card. You could put all your information here, and that's using a flashcard. Pretty cool. I'll put this paper, I'll link it down below. Anyway, I thought that looks really good. I like using that paper though, because you can it gives light behind it, and it really pops like a specimen card would. So anyway, so that's how you create a specimen card from a flashcard. Lastly, let's talk about using cards to create waterfalls. Because waterfalls are a beautiful addition to any journal or planner. I just love to do them. Like I said, I think they're very beautiful. They add a lot of interest. I'm just going to use the plain cards, and I'm going to use 3 of them. I just want the different colors. And these are all 3 about the same size, and that's the only requirement is they need to be, you know, consistent in size. They don't have to be exact, but consistent. I'm going to turn them sideways. Okay, and all you do is when you create a waterfall is you layer them and you want them to flip. So you can use some washi tape. I'm going to get, oh, you know what? You can use Scotch tape as well. So let's use some Scotch tape. Now, if you want to be able to move them around, of course, you'll want to use washi tape. But if you're not going to, you know, if you're going to put them in and leave them and not change anything, then use Scotch tape because it bends great too. And all you do is you come in with your first one, and it's going to be at the top, and you just put your Scotch tape at the edge of it and on the paper, and then it's on the very edge, as you can see, and then it just flips up like that, and it's that simple. So for your next one, what you do is you flip that one up, and you bring the next one down wherever you want it. I want it about right there because I want them to have a good layered look. So I'll flip the first one up. I'll come in and do the same thing. Put a piece of Scotch tape on the very edge. And if you don't want a wide strip of Scotch tape showing at the top, you can always half your strips, half your Scotch tape widthwise into 2. And then I come to the very edge again. And then I'm going to flip those up, come in with my last one, do the exact same thing. And then you can use these for notes. You can use these for a photo on the top and then notes underneath, whatever you want. And then there we go. And this was roughly done, but it gives you the idea. Flip up, and flip up. Now this washi tape would add more interest, more colors, and make it more fun. The Scotch tape works very well if you don't want the tape to be the star and you want your little waterfall to be the star. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video about how to use flashcards and regular cards in your journals. I hope I gave you some great ideas, and I would love to hear how you might use them in your journals down below. Also, don't forget I'm doing a ribbon giveaway. The video is in the card above, so be sure and go check that out. Thanks for being here today with me, guys. I hope you have an awesome start to your week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.